Welcome to Philosophy in Pajamas podcasts. So we're jumping right into a subject today that I think nearly everyone, including you, treats like a lottery prize.
hmm
Rest.
hmm
It's something we promise ourselves after we've achieved some, I don't know, some arbitrary punishing goal.
Right. It's conditional.
It's totally conditional. We see the long hours, the grind, and we think, maybe if I hit this quota, I can grant myself permission to finally collapse.
And that entire paradigm is exactly what Rushik's Medium article just completely dismantles. He gives us this fundamental shift in perspective.
The complete shift.
Exactly. He states it so flatly, rest is not a reward. He says it is a responsibility, a non-negotiable duty.
And that is our mission for this exploration. Rushik's material is, it's profound, but it's delivered with this amazing humor and these surprising analogies.
Yeah, they're very low-stakes analogies for a very high-stakes problem.
Exactly. So we're going to unpack why treating rest like a chore you can just postpone, or a prize you have to earn, is guaranteed to lead to these massive, chaotic breakdowns.
In everything, our health, our work, our relationships.
We really need to stop admiring burnout.
And start respecting, the basic physics of downtime. And that brings us right to Rushik's first analogy. He says denying this maintenance is basically preparing your body to stage a very slow, very passive-aggressive mutiny.
Okay, let's unpack why framing rest as housekeeping just works so well.
Mhm.
It's not dessert, right? Dessert is optional. It comes after the main course.
Right. But housekeeping is about avoiding decay. Rushik says if you skip it, things start smelling weird.
It's a genius way to put it. It just bypasses all that emotional baggage we attach to being exhausted.
It connects it right back to function. And he argues that rest is even more like brushing your teeth.
Oh, that's good.
You don't brag about skipping it, do you? Because, the consequences are mandatory and very public.
Huh, yes. You skip it for a day, maybe no one notices. A week.
And suddenly your whole body is performing poorly. Yeah. It starts with your breath, and it ends with a very deep, very expensive repair.
And when you deny that maintenance, Rushik notes the consequences are so personal, they're intensely physical. He describes his own body staging this slow mutiny.
That passive aggression is the key. He says the body doesn't just send you a warning email.
No.
It starts filing these, systemic HR complaints immediately. For him, he said his eyelids began acting like two bored security guards refusing to open the gate.
Ugh, that sluggish, leaden feeling. We have all been there, just trying to push through.
Oh, absolutely. And the complaints, they just escalate. Rushik describes his legs dragging around as if they'd just come back from some long pilgrimage you never actually sent them on.
Right.
But the final straw, the thing that forces the issue, is the mind itself. He says it gives you a look that says, my friend, you either sit down or I walk out.
That is the perfect summary of systemic failure. You act like this reckless intern, just demanding more output, and the system, your body just starts shutting down non-essential services.
And this personal failure is just magnified by this huge societal incentive structure. Rushik points out that our culture doesn't just accept exhaustion, it glorifies it.
Yeah.
He warns that people who brag about endless work are basically pressure cookers without a whistle.
And his argument is that this doesn't inspire admiration at all.
No.
It inspires fear, because anyone standing nearby knows that something is about to violently fly across the kitchen. It's a dangerous image.
It really is. It hammers home this cultural critique. I mean, we praise dark circles as if they were medals from a war. We applaud the person who says they only slept 3 hours.
We frame efficiency as just the absence of rest. But the reality is the body doesn't care about your medals. It only cares about its operating parameters.
And when that failure hits, it doesn't send a polite text. Rushik says the human body is, well, it's far more dramatic than we give it credit for.
Oh, so?
It sulks like an overworked landlord. It starts imposing these tangible or really unpleasant punishments that hit our moves, our function, everything.
And the symptoms he describes just capture that feeling of being functionally compromised. He lists the physical stuff muscles tighten, thoughts scatter.
Moods wobble.
Moods wobble, yeah. But my favorite detail is that strange, low-level irritation. The one where even your own voice annoys you.
Oh, that's the definitive sign, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've lost your basic operational settings, your stress hormones are through the roof, emotional regulation is just gone.
And the simplest task feels like high-level calculus.
Exactly. And this state of exhaustion, Rushik argues, is the furthest thing from heroic.
Which he drives home with that perfect, hilarious personal anecdote about trying to work after 2 sleepless nights.
Right. He described his brain feeling like a toddler given sugar and responsibility at the same time.
Huh.
Let's
Yes.
try to be helpful. But the result was just pure, unfiltered chaos, forgetting simple words.
Sending emails to the wrong people. All the classic tired mistakes.
But the peak of the collapse,
Hmm.
the moment that just proves his entire point.
The scooter keys.
The scooter keys. He's trying to unlock a kitchen cupboard with his scooter keys.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Because it shows this isn't about dedication. It's an error state.
That detail is so critical. In a high-pressure environment, swapping those keys isn't just funny. It's an illustration of severe cognitive load failure.
You're a liability, not an asset.
Your reliability, your basic object identification is broken down.
So we have to shift our perspective completely. We have to move from viewing rest as a reward to seeing it as a proactive strategy. Rest is grounding. Rest is repair. It's you returning your mind to its rightful seat.
And the common misconception is that rest slows you down,
Right.
that taking a break means you're falling behind.
Right.
But Rushik's Medium article argues the exact opposite. Rest sharpened him. He says it clarifies blurry lines. It gives your decisions their edge back.
It allows your humor its sparkle.
Yes. Without it, your best qualities literally wander away like annoyed tenants. They just refuse to stick around when the mental environment is toxic.
It raises such a profound question about efficiency. We think we save time by skipping sleep, but we waste so much more time correcting the mistakes made by an impaired brain.
And underpinning all of this is this undeniable biological truth that the body is a strict auditor. It is completely unbiased.
And it never negotiates.
Never. You can try to hustle your boss or convince your family you're fine, but your body is watching every single moment.
And here's the poetic justice part. The body loves drama.
It does.
If you keep trying to negotiate away downtime, it will pull the plug at the most inconvenient moment possible.
Always.
It forces the rest you refuse to schedule. On a date, in a meeting, during an important call. It maximizes the chaos.
That forced moment is the ultimate non-negotiable term of employment for being alive. You can't delegate the charge cycle. Which brings us to what I think is Rushik's most profound insight.
The phone analogy.
The phone analogy.
Yes, the logical breakdown of conditional self-care. We treat our own need for rest as conditional. Finish the chores, then rest.
Right. After everyone else's needs are met, then you can rest.
But Rushik makes us look at the absurdity of that. He asks, what if your phone behaved that way? What if your phone, when its battery was low, said, I will only charge myself after you write 10 emails?
You would throw it across the room.
You would immediately declare it defective. It's a completely illogical, counterproductive system.
Yet we apply that exact broken logic to the most complex machine we own, our own mind and body.
We act like rechargeable superheroes who only need motivational quotes and 2 liters of water.
We prioritize the charge on every other device in our lives before we prioritize ourselves.
And Rushik concludes this with that amazing image, that this is precisely why half the world walks around like half-baked parathas.
Undercooked, not fully realized.
And definitely not functioning optimally. Rest isn't laziness, it's an operational strategy. It's the awareness to say, I need to sit down and repair, before the universe sits you down much, much harder.
And if we accept that rest is strategy, then we have to look at the payoff, which is massive. This isn't just about avoiding a breakdown.
No.
This is about consistently being the better, sharper version of yourself, the person you actually owe to the world.
That's the core of the whole responsibility argument. Rushik says that when you consistently honor your need for rest, you return kinder. You return sharper.
You show up with a mood that doesn't immediately need a lawyer to defend it.
Yes.
You love better because your mind isn't wobbling like a newborn calf just trying to find its footing.
Your workflow's cleaner.
Your attention span is deeper, and all that low-grade friction we talked about, the irritation, the scattered thoughts, it just disappears. Your temper behaves. Your patience returns.
So the profound takeaway here is that rest has to be treated like breathing. It's essential. It's non-negotiable.
Absolutely.
And it is a fundamental responsibility you carry for the sake of every single person who has to deal with you.
Exactly. And I want to leave you with a final thought to consider from all of Rushik's ideas here. Think about your average day. How much of the daily friction, the bad decisions, the short temper, the mistakes you have to correct, how much of that is just the cost of your body listening better because you haven't rested well?
Are you consistently showing up to your own life undercharged and overdemanded?
It's a question worth asking.
That's a powerful question to chew on. Thank you for joining us for this insightful look into Rushik's work. If you enjoyed this conversation, please like, share, and subscribe to Philosophy in Pajamas on YouTube and Medium.
And please be sure to follow Ruchik Rawal on medium.com for Crawl. That's RUSHIKRAWAL. He has so much more wisdom on how to live a sharper life.
We will see you next time.